momentarily. If anyone else joins, I think there were a couple other names I saw that potentially were going to join this hearing. If anyone else does join, I'll just let them in midway through the hearing, but let's go ahead and get started so that I can run through, at least get this administrative stuff done. And no one responded to my email regarding an issue with being able to show up at 1:30. So I feel comfortable moving forward. You all received that email, correct?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. All right. So I'm going to read through our hearing script. This will cover the procedure for the hearing, and then we'll get started. So this is the March 22nd, 2023 session of the Zoning Hearing Examiner docket. Again, my name is David Sturkey. I'm the Zoning Hearing Examiner. I'll preside over the hearing today. Case before us is case number ZH20230021. The purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and any potential opposing parties to testify and to offer and refute evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the Zoning Hearing Examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any opposing party wishes to offer must be presented at this hearing. The hearing will proceed as follows. The applicant, the applicant's attorney, or the applicant's agent will first present the applicant's case. Anyone from the public will then have an opportunity to speak after the applicant has presented its case. We have the zoning administrator, Emily A. House, here. I'll allow her an opportunity to provide any testimony in addition to the staff report from Trey Sheldon, if she would like. In the event that any party testifies or offers argument in opposition to this application, the applicant will have an opportunity to testify and rebut and respond to that argument that was offered in opposition. And then finally, the applicant will have an opportunity to make any closing statements. After all presentations have been made, I will close the hearing. Decisions may be expected within 2 weeks. I may limit or exclude any testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being considered. I may interrupt any speaker to ask questions or make any comments. In the event of any technical difficulties with the Zoom technology, I'll do my best to troubleshoot those on the fly, but to the extent there's some defect that prevents us from meaningfully going forward with the hearing, I may continue or postpone the hearing at my discretion. Okay. Real quick, let me just get everyone checked in. We have James Hunt, and did you say is Elizabeth?
Yes.
Yes, Elizabeth Hunt.
Okay. As the owners, welcome. And then I have Jason Shields. Mr. Shields, are you with us?
Yeah, hi, David. I'm a neighbor of James and Elizabeth.
Okay, fantastic. Jason, are you planning on providing any testimony here today? Are you just observing or?
Just observing.
Not sure. Okay, great. If for any reason you decide you do want to provide some testimony, which is totally fine, I just ask at that time that you activate your camera. It's fine for you to have it off now. I just like to give people a heads up that they may be on camera in the near future.
Makes sense.
Okay, great. And then of course we have Emily A. House again, our zoning administrator. The last thing I need to do is just swear in anyone that's intending on providing testimony. And again, Mr. Shields, I can do that later if you want to say something. But to the Hunts, the zoning code requires me to swear you in if you would like to provide any testimony. So I'll do that now. If you could just, Elizabeth, make sure you're off mute. I need you guys to raise your right hand and answer out loud. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you shall give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
We do.
Okay, fantastic. All right, thanks everyone. And just to recap, James and Elizabeth, you all can, both of you can testify, one of you can testify. You can really orient your presentation however you'd like. I just need to hear some background on the project, why you think I should grant the relief, that sort of thing.
Sure.
Anything you think is important for me to make my decision. So okay. I'll turn the floor over to you.
Yeah, no, so, the purpose of what we're looking to do here is we are looking to build an addition on the back of our house. We live in the Hyde Park community and neighborhood and just moved here about a year ago. The purpose of the addition is to build a kitchen on the back, as well as a bathroom and master closet for the upstairs. We currently have a baby due in June, so we are having a growing family and looking to expand the house as necessary for that specifically. The addition is being put on top of an existing garage that is already there, and it would fall within the zoning requirements as far as setback goes to the neighbor to our right. Jason is behind us, our neighbor to our right, are the Orts, and that is where the setback is less than the 7-foot requirement. So I believe the addition is approximately 3 feet off of the setback. But like I said, it would be built on top of an existing structure that is already there. So we're not changing the footprint of the home, and not making any changes to the property lines or anything like that. So yeah, with that, I'll just kind of leave it open for now.
Sure. Yeah. And to be clear, so you're not going to be extending the existing sort of non-conformity with that west side of the house, right?
Correct.
Okay. So it'll be in line with the existing.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Okay. All right. I don't think I have any other questions right now. Elizabeth, did you want to provide anything?
No, I think you covered it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sure. Emily, anything in addition to Trey's staff report?
Yes, I think Trey's staff report really summarized our review of the project. As the applicant stated, they're not expanding the footprint of the building. It's just adding a second story to the existing footprint. So the setbacks are an existing condition. What they're proposing is compatible with other buildings in the vicinity in terms of both the setbacks and the amenities that are typical of houses found in the neighborhood. Ultimately, we found there's no adverse effects from the proposed variances, and we're recommending approval.
Okay, thanks, Emily. Yeah, I agree. I don't see any issues with this proposal. Are there any potential adverse effects for any neighbors with light or air or anything like that you're anticipating?
No, not that we're anticipating. I think that was put in the notes that we sent over, but no adverse effects in terms of lighting, air. I think there were a couple others that were listed on there as well, but no, not that we're anticipating on our end.
Okay. And this home was constructed around 1915, is that right?
That's correct.
All right. Yeah, I don't have any more questions. Is there anything you'd like to provide in closing or otherwise before we adjourn here today?
No, just appreciate everybody's time, and obviously the move towards getting it approved. I appreciate that very much. And yeah, thanks again for the time. But yeah, hoping that we can get it going on our end.
Sure. Yeah, I've had a chance to review the application materials and the staff report. I'm very familiar with this neighborhood, and I've granted several other variances in the neighborhood that are similar or are practically identical. So I think it would be impractical in this case to strictly enforce the zoning code. And so I'm going to grant the requested zoning relief. I need to formalize that approval in a written decision. I mentioned at the beginning that typically takes about 2 weeks. As soon as I finish that, I will put it into a PDF and email it to everybody who's in the hearing here today. So you all have a copy of it really just moments after it's complete. As soon as you have that, Emily and her staff can work on getting the permitting on the zoning side approved so that you can move forward with the project.
Great. Sounds
Any
great.
questions about the process or anything else?
No, it sounds like we'll just be kind of waiting to hear from you guys over the next couple of weeks, and we can kind of go from there.
That's right. If you have any questions in the meantime, or you'd like a status update on the decision, feel free to reach out to me directly. I'm sure Emily's staff would be happy to answer any questions as well. Yeah, I think that's it. I want to thank you guys again for your patience this afternoon with the delay with the other hearing. I appreciate that. And again, sorry to hold you guys up. Good luck with the project. Congratulations on the baby. Get some sleep now while you can, and have a wonderful day.
Yeah,
Thank you all. Thanks, everyone.